everybody, it's Beth, and today I am at my family farm, my ancestral home in eastern North Carolina, and I thought it might be fun to do a very short video on a couple of historic pieces of needlework that we have here at the farm that we had restored and put back in their original gilt frames. So just show them off. There isn't the best light in this room, but let me see what I can do. So the first piece of needlework I want to show you is a portrait that is done basically it's in crewel of George Washington and his family. And I'll try to zoom in so you can see the stitchery. This is a beautiful piece. It was done, you can just see, it's called the Washington family. The ancestor who embroidered this, her name was Eliza Sessoms, and she was, I'm blanking. She was the mother of Frances Dancy, who was one of my direct ancestors on my father's mother's side. So this piece was probably done somewhere around 1802, they think, so it would have been after the death of Washington, and it probably would have been done as more of a mourning piece, and even though we have had it restored, they couldn't restore it perfectly. So at the very top, you can see where the muslin that this was stitched on is starting to sag a little bit, and this background is actually painted, hand painted, and then Eliza did the stitchery over the hand painted background. So it's really neat. So the globe is painted, and then the stitching is done on that. And the frame is really beautiful. Again, this is the original frame, gilt. We had this restored about 15 years ago, I'd say. Martha Washington's little jacket is neat. It's kind of some black work. So yeah, it's a really fantastic piece. Just zooming in on the tablecloth a little bit to show off I don't even know what type of thread this is, but it's kind of chenille-like. It's just beautiful. So I'll show you the other piece of needlework that I particularly love. This is a schoolgirl sampler, so to speak. It's not your traditional New England sampler, but this was done by my, gosh, she would have been either my fourth or fifth great-grandmother, Sarah Hasbrook. She was the daughter of Colonel Jonathan Hasbrook, whose father Abraham co-founded New Paltz, New York. Sarah went to a boarding school on the Hudson River, and as part of her finishing, you could say this was almost like a final exam. They were required to embroider an elaborate piece of needlework that they designed themselves. So this is based on a sketch of the view of the Hudson River where her boarding school was, and you can sort of see the name. It's something MEA Sketch Lays boarding. I can't quite read the name on that, but the information that I have on that, this was done around 1800. So Sarah would have been in her late teens. But this is similar to the George Washington piece. So there's even, I'm zooming in, you can see where she sort of sketched in the cloud, but she didn't fill it in. And I don't know why she didn't complete that cloud like she did the rest. Maybe she ran out of time and the project was due, I don't know. But I love the border around this so much, the vines and the flowers. She was a wonderful needleworker, and I am so thrilled that we have this. And this was done by a direct ancestress of mine and passed down through all these generations. And one day it will be, I'll have it in my house. I suppose we've always had it here, hanging here in this room. This is the parlor room of what we call the big house. And I'll just pan around to show you the rest of the furnishings. These furnishings are largely from the Victorian era, but these two benches that have this nice Bargello needlework cushions are also from the Jonathan Hasbrook home. So the father of Sarah, who did this piece. These benches, matching benches, I'll come over here and show you this one. These belong to the Hasbrooks from New Paltz, and they're still in New Paltz. You can go to Huguenot Street and see the original Hasbrook house and other homes and places built by the French Huguenot. That's Jonathan and his father Abraham were French Huguenot. They came over to this country, oh gosh, and I'm blanking on my history now, but anyway, I want to say very early 1700s. So, and I don't forgive me for not getting all the history just so, but so anyway, that's just the short video I wanted to make of the ancestral pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and stop for now. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you found this interesting. And I will be doing another video update very shortly of my whips, which are going to be nowhere near as historically interesting as these two pieces. But until then, you all take care, have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.